Is Wacky Wednesday. You already know here in Southern California is another warm, beautiful day. Clear skies, so it's hot, but it's not as hot as other days, so it's not that bad. Decided to hop on, see what the talk of the town was going down. The word on the curve, you heard me. Oh, forgot to set this up. There we go. But yeah, just decided to see what everybody was getting themselves into on this day. And for those who are interested, I did drop a video on this channel, right? For those who are curious, you know, just talking about a subject about how people tend to brand you know individuals a certain ethnicity without actually really like knowing, right? And the ignorance behind that, right? Especially when you're choosing to insult them. And I am going to be dropping another one on my other channel, right, later on today, so stay tuned for that. And we have a video, on the G series coming out for it. So I know people have been asking, so yeah, that's what I dropped too. I know it took a minute, but I just had to get, computer working because that shit, we had technical difficulties. You heard the news that Diddy was implicated in the Tupac murder. He paid $1 million for it. Did he? Did he? It wouldn't surprise me. I did hear something like that, right? Like he felt like Tupac was a threat to him, right, at the time, and he may have said a few things, and people may have, took him up on that deal or something like that, right? I mean, it wouldn't surprise me, right? Now, if he had like direct, like like where he actually paid these individuals, like handed them the money and stuff like that, or it was just something that he just was drunk and he just said, and these individuals, just took it upon themselves, and did it, right? But he was maybe just playing around. I don't know to what level, but yeah, I could see that though. I could see it. I could definitely see it. Especially individuals at that time, their egos inflate, right? They think they're, high and mighty, right? And demand everybody's respect. And then you have individuals, disrespecting them, and then, they take it some type of way. And then, he was younger at the time, so he would probably be more reckless, right? Like, man, I'll pay, somebody to smoke that food. So I could see it. I could see it. I could definitely see that scenario. Especially like, well, they're taking you up on it now. It's like, are you just bluffing, or or you really being serious? Probably didn't want to look weak and was like, nah, 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 I'll pay. Who knows? I had a feeling that that's probably the maybe the driving force of why his pad got raided and shit like that, right? And I think the other stuff was just like stuff out there that was just thrown out there. Just throw it out there. What's good, Shadow? What's cracking like it, Derek? What you getting yourself into, my boy? Getting ready for work. That's right. Getting ready to make the Skrilla illa illa. Also, do you believe in conspiracy theories about Tupac, or do you believe it was Orlando Anderson who took him out the night in Las Vegas because Tupac beat him? Me personally, what I think is, well, I wasn't there, right? But what I think is the Orlando story, right? That's the one that makes the most sense, bro. Like, I get it, people coming with the conspiracy theories, and I understand that individuals so there's some conspiracy theories that have been true, right? But just because those conspiracy theories are true doesn't mean that like all these other ones, like are true, right? That's not how conspiracy theories work, right? Um, like I understand that the government has assassinated, certain individuals, right? And have done coups and stuff like that, right? But the people that they normally assassinate are diplomatic, right? Like they're individuals that politically could make differences or are politically influencers. While Tupac, even though, you know, people dig this music, he wasn't influential like that, though. You know what I mean? Because not all black people fuck with Tupac's music, or people in general, right? Not everybody was a Tupac fan. So to say that he was like, somebody who was, moving up the chain of government to actually be able to really make a difference, right? Politically, like, you know, like other people were, that's a difference. But since people, idolize celebrities so much and view them as such a high status, that they feel like the government is plotting against them. And it's like, I get it that you like this person's music and you think highly of this individual, but not everybody thinks highly of them like you do, right? So not everybody views them as important like how you view them as important. Like these other world leaders or people, of politics, they're like, who the fuck is this guy, right? And why should they be, worried? So they could care less. So why would the government, waste resources, money, and you know men, right? Because the chance of getting caught, right, you're gonna end up doing time or losing your job or whatever. Why would they risk it all, for an individual who politically can make no difference, though? You get what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like the Orlando one is just the one that makes the most sense. Retaliation is a must where you come from, bro. This fool's gonna beat him up and thinking he's, this and that. Nah, fuck that. You know what I mean? People are like, oh, how would they catch him slipping? How is it possible when you're going down the boulevard that they reckon? People never been gangbanging, so that's why they don't know. That's why to them all of this shit, it seems impossible. But those who've been out there in the streets, they trust me, bro. You'll be surprised how shit lines up. And it went down just as how it goes down, right? I thought the CIAs will actually be able to, stage it like how like that. Motherfuckers never been gangbanging a day in their life. Pac was always jealous of Tupac from the beginning. Yeah, I'm telling you, I could see it. I could see it going down like that. Trump 2024. That's Feedme. Would he ever go to Adam 16 show? Fuck no. No. Never, ever, 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 ever. If the day that ever happens, bro, all of you guys, just unsubscribe and just, block me. I would never allow myself to stoop so low. And plus, I'm not on YouTube for attention or for fame or to, for like that, right? I don't care about shit like that. Not to say that there's anything wrong with those who, choose to go down those paths, right? But that's just not what I'm in it for, right? I'm just here to just chop it up. Not looking to become this grand celebrity. I don't crave attention like that. Are you gang? Myself. You meaning if I'm a gang member? Yes, I am. Bird Busters went to Adam 16. Adam kicked him out. Here's the thing with Adam. Even though I get it, he has never been convicted, right? Like there's no paperwork on him. I understand that, right? But the fact that the evidence that is, against him, the reason for these allegations are his own words. He himself said what he said. You get what I mean? The shit that he posted. Nobody else posting it, like out of revenge or whatever. No, the shit that he himself posted and has admitted to it. You know what I mean? So it's not like he could blame people trying to sabotage him or set him up or hating. How? It was him. He was the one that put that shit out there. I guess thinking that there was nothing wrong with it. When it's like, whoa, hold up. You want to do what to a what? To a what? Oh, yeah, I was on drugs and I was, drunk and, I was just being stupid, saying dumb jokes. Who the fuck jokes like that, bro? About shit like that. About young children and young boys and penises and shit like that, bro. Who the fuck plays around like that, bro? I don't give a fuck what you were on. Nobody plays like that, my guy. And it wasn't only just one tweet or message or whatever. It was multiple, bro. There's more than a dozen of them. So I could understand, when people are like, fuck this fool, because I see it the same way. And people can't say that we're lying or making this shit up. Bro, he has admitted to it, bro. And they came from his account, he himself. So how is all this shit lies? Goofballs. But people will always try to justify the reason for their supporting of him. But to everybody's own. That's why we can't really say that they're allegations because, they're shit that he put out. It's not something that people are saying about him. It's the shit that he himself said. Right? So, strengthen the border. Bro, the border is a crisis, right? But it's not the thing that people should be focusing on, right? It's not the root of America's problems. But I mean, if people want to focus in on that, I mean, he didn't get it done the first time. I don't understand why people would think that it would be a difference the second time. You know, that's the thing that people, hold on him and want him in office to do, right? Bro, people were saying that about his first term, like how he was gonna come in and do this and that and fix that border, but none of that. He said Mexico's gonna pay and this and that. None of that shit happened, bro. Or am I lying? Tell me I'm lying. Did that happen? No, right? So why would it be different the second time? What are your thoughts on like this, Bakersfield? Is it a good place to live? Well, I feel like everywhere is a good place to live, right? Because everywhere's gonna have its good and its bad to it, right? Like that's one thing that you just can't escape, especially like in certain countries, right? Is crime, right? But to say that, you know, like the areas are only dangerous for those who choose to live the life of crime, right? I mean, you already know, it's probably not a good idea to be out and about in the streets like at 3 or 2 a.m. You know what I mean? In any area, right? Because the chance of something bad happening, is a lot higher if you're out and about and on, not normal hours, right? Like people over here, I get it, that they lose their children, these young individuals out there getting shot and killed or whatever. But it's like, what was your 16-year-old son doing at a park at fucking 2, 3 a.m., bro? And how the fuck were you not aware of that? Like, come on now, bro. At that age, they still go to school, homie. So why are they out there at a park at that time, bro? You know what I mean? And they come to the parents and asking all these questions. The parents don't know nothing. Like, don't know their friends, don't know shit about their sons. But I'm supposed to believe that they care about their sons and in their sons' lives. How? They know nothing about their sons. That's why the cops can't even help them. Like, know nothing about their kids, bro. And it's like, how the fuck is that? Shit, I know my kids like the back of my hand. But hey, when people choose to prioritize other stuff, but then they want to be blaming other shit when shit goes down. Gangbanging is whack. Yes, it is. This is true. Facts. You get nothing out of it. But it still occurs, so nonetheless, it is what it is. Show me a green card or I'm calling ICE. Me no speak English. Well, if I had a card and a green crayon, I would show you, but I have neither. Trump is whack. Trump is whack. But so is Biden and Kamala. All of them are whack. Hello, sir. I am from India. You're kind of not allowed in India. That's cool. Honestly, you should monetize your videos and make money from it. You get a decent amount of views anyway. Yeah, probably, maybe. I know I'm able to monetize my channel, like this one, right? I would have so much monetized the other one, right? But like I said, money's never a priority for me. Not to say that, I got it like lovely and shit like that, right? But I live good. I'm just here to chop it up, bro. I'm not really here to to do all this and that. I get it. People have, infatuations with stuff, but we just see stuff a little bit different. I get what you're trying to do, my guy. It's not gonna work. If Tupac was still alive, would he run for president against Trump? No. Now, the reason I say that, Tupac was a good poet, very influential to certain individuals, right? He had a good way of expressing himself. So I get it, why people dig him, right? But if you pay attention to Tupac's albums, right, and his tracks, one song would be about peace and banding together and fight oppression and this and that. And then the next song, it would be about killing our own and shooting at each other and fighting over irrelevant shit. The next song would be about, like be proud of your ethnicity and stuff like that. And then the next song is telling you to go kill your very own ethnicity. So it's hard to say, that Tupac wanted this, as his goal, or this was his goal, right? Like to unite and shit like that. When in the same coin, he's also encouraging individuals to go out there and commit, acts of violence on their very own communities and people. So, which one is it, Tupac? So that it's hard to say that, when people are getting, oh no, they were hating on him because, he was trying to, build a revolution or whatever the fuck. And it's like, he was trying to unite. Well, I mean, the music says otherwise, bro. I get it. Some songs, you're pointing out some songs and focusing on some songs, but you're not pointing out, well, what about the next track? Where he's encouraging people to go shoot their very own. So, like, which one is it? Well, what exactly was his message? His message was kind of everywhere. He didn't really stick to one message. He kind of was, one song would be about one thing and, the next song would be about the other. So it was just like, he knew what people wanted to hear. He was just making music out there on different topics just, for people to bump. Not that he actually, really actually cared for any of those messages, right? Same with Donald Trump. Donald Trump is smart when it comes to reading the audience, when it comes to like propaganda, right? He was in TV, in wrestling as well, right? He knows how to work up the audience. He knows how to play into the audience. So, like, people say that Donald Trump is a racist. Donald Trump is not racist. He says racial shit. Like, he says racist shit, right? But he's not racist. Because if the opportunity presented itself where he could, potentially, make money or even, sleep with somebody of a different ethnicity, he would do it. See, Donald Trump doesn't care about, whites and uniting whites and hating on other ethnicity. Donald Trump only cares about Donald Trump, period. He only cares about himself. He don't even care about his kids. He only cares about himself. That's his goal. The reason he wants to win presidency is to say that he won president. I became president. I did that. The gloating rights, bragging rights. He goes to these places not really to actually look to actually do the things he says, but he knows what the people want to hear. Like, we're gonna build that wall. Also, and the people love it. Hell yeah. But he's not really gonna do none of that shit, bro. He just says that shit just to make everybody happy, and then once he dips, he's like, hey, what about that wall, Trump? I just said that just for them to, that's just how he gets down. How do we know this information? Because when he was president, all the time he would fire everybody and shit like that, and they would come out and talk about their experiences and what actually happened. And, these shits are actually, documented, right? There's paperwork on it, right? Paper trail, saying everything that happened and stuff like that, right? I get it. He always says that it's lies and whatever, but I mean, people lie, bro. Evidence doesn't, so. And all of them are liars, Donald Trump, and you're the only one that's always telling the truth, my guy? At one point, does it come to be like, I could understand maybe if 1, 2, 3, but fuck, everybody who used to fucking praise you and talk highly of you and defend you all the time, now all of them are fucking snakes and two-faces and all that, bro? So this is your very own fucking people, bro. They used to fucking ride and die for you. They're the ones saying all this shit now. So it's like, I can understand if it was 1, 2, okay, maybe they're lying with her, but fuck all of them, bro. And they're all saying the same shit. You know what I mean? I could understand if it was like maybe a Democrat or something like, oh yeah, they're hating. But bro, this is his own fucking team though. Look at Carl Tucker, how much he would defend Donald Trump, and then when all those messages came out, all the leaked fucking tweets, text messages of him, of what he really thought of Donald Trump, how he was a fucking idiot and this and that. And this is somebody that would defend this fool night and day on Fox News, bro, talk highly of him. But look behind the scenes, bro, when when he was texting about him. Now you can't say that those are lies, right? Because that's him texting, and he has admitted to it. He thought Donald Trump was a fucking idiot, and that, oh, thank God that, his term is almost over. But yet on the news, he was saying that, oh, yeah, we need this guy around and what the woo, like. But to let you know the fucking games that are played, bro, that shit is crazy. But not surprising, though. We calling. I need to see something. If Tupac won for president, they would want to paint the whole White House black. I asked him, you want ice in your drink? He started running. That's not true because they wouldn't even know what ice is. Is gasoline back in peanuts forming? Hi, Hector. From the Hectorverse? How long do I smoke chicken wings? I have no idea. Mexican Big Bag. I just turned 30 and I don't know what to do with my life. Any advice? You don't know what to do with your life. You could, start a family at the age of 30, right? You get a career. What's your career? Do you work? He said, get a job. I bet you make some fire. My tacos are all right. Average, maybe average. Mexicans for Trump. Well, people can vote for whoever. Like I said, if people want to vote for Trump, they're allowed. I don't have a problem with that. I have homies that support Trump, you know what I mean? That are Trump supporters. And they're still the homies. I don't get all bent out of shape because people want to vote for me, you know what I mean? Well, shit, it's their right. You know what I mean? Why am I gonna be mad about somebody, personal decision, based off of whatever, they're basing their decision on, right? They're entitled, just like I'm entitled to view the opposite. You know what I mean? I'm entitled to have my views and they're entitled to have theirs. And it's okay and it's perfectly cool. We can agree to disagree and it's all, fine and dandy. The problem is that nowadays people just can't seem to do that, right? Like I'm able to keep it cool with individuals even though our political or views are different or even religion or any other topic, right? I understand that people are entitled to their views and to see it however they choose, right? Now to think that everyone has to think like me or do as me, right, would be reckless and narcissistic, to be honest. Like, who am I to say that I have the answers to everything or my decisions are the right one? Or if I know what's right for people. You know what I mean? Birria pizzas. Yeah, I don't think birria and pizza would be a good combination. I could be wrong though. I never tried it, but I don't know. ¿Qué onda, Shadow? Did you watch the Dizzler ciphers? I did. I watched, the lazy one and the lefty one and all of that, right? The Rowdy Rags and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was not a fan of them, of neither of them. And mostly because of the beat selections, right? I really wasn't digging the beats, right? So it that in itself kind of hindered it, right? I wasn't too fond of the beats. More than anything, I probably focused in on that, right? Like it was the beat selection, right? But overall on the raps, I get it that Lazy Boy took shots at lefty, and I felt like it really wasn't even that disrespectful. Like I get it. People are putting out there that he dissed LA and everything like that, and Like, what? That's not actually what happened, but okay. But people are gonna want to spin the web however they choose, right? But he did take subliminal shots, right? But it was short and not really all that in depth, right? But from what I was told is that he wasn't allowed to diss him or some shit like that, right? And I don't know whose story is the real story, right? Um, Either way, it's just a rap song, so it's irrelevant. But yeah, I wasn't a fan, but they 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 they, they, they did their thing. I mean, they kept up with the beat and stuff like that, right? I just find this. My rap name used to be Young Farts. What up, fool? He got sued for refusing to rap to black people twice. Oh, did he? Oh, I didn't know. But I could see that though. Maybe he is racist. It's just that it's hard to really see him as racist because I know he doesn't really care about his people, like the whites. He only cares about him, like himself. He's not really about ethnicities and shit like that, right? Because if a black person or a Mexican came to him with a plan that would be able to, make him a lot of money, he would jump on it, bro. Like he would take it, like anything to make him, some the things that will benefit him. And someone that's truly racist, is not gonna take money or anything from another, or the ethnicity that he dislikes, even if it's sexual or anything like that, right? Just because they view them as disgusting in general, right? Like anything that has to do with them. So, and like I said, he tends to just worry about himself. Like, he don't even fuck about his kids. That's why he's so ignorant to say, some of the comments he says about some of his kids, right? Like, damn, bro, that's kind of fucked up. You know what I mean? On some of them, because obviously, he views his daughter different than the rest, right? Trump ninjas for Trump. Then said, can be how it is easy to read. There was probably more to that story. You know what I mean? I get it. He said he was going to build the wall the first time, right? That's what everybody was, rooting for and praising him for and stuff like that, and that Mexico was going to pay. Remember, that the American this will not cost the American people not even one single dollar. He said. That's what he said, bro. That's what he said, homie. And I know people remember what he said, right? And obviously Mexico was like, the fuck? You're not gonna pay. Yeah, because if anybody knows how any of this shit works, yeah, you're not gonna be able to get the Mexican government to pay. Why people believe that? I don't know. I'm starting to think that people are really more uneducated than I thought they were, right? Like, bro, like when he goes up there and he says shit, like it's like some of the stuff he says, like you do realize that that's not how it works, right? But I guess I don't know. People don't know no better, right? So they believe it. Like, yeah, and it's like, bro, what he's just said is not. It's not possible, bro. And I get it. He doesn't know either, right? So he's not actually gonna take the time to fucking educate himself on all none of this. Donald Trump's not that type of person. He doesn't need all these. He just goes out there and he fucking wings it. He spits from the hip, my boy. He don't need no fucking prior speeches and anything. No, he goes out there and he fucking wings it all, bro. He reads into people what what's going on in the audience and the vibe. That's what he really. He's like a entertainer, bro. That's what they feed off of. He's good at that. And he loves that, bro, because he loves the attention. No, see, Trump is not a businessman either. His father was a businessman. You know, it goes back to what I said that Michael Jordan was a great basketball player and so was LeBron, but their kids are not really good basketball players. But look at how, they were brought up like their parents, right? They went through the struggle and the hardship building, what they have. So they understand the dynamics, but their kids were born with golden spoons in their mouth. So they don't have the same thrive, as their fathers did. Same with Donald Trump, bro. You know what I mean? So, Donald Trump's wealth comes from his father's ideas and his father's businesses that have maintained his, wealth. They're not his ideas, because whenever he tried to come with his own ideas, in his own businesses, they all have bankrupt. They all have flopped. And people can't say those are lies. I mean, the bankruptcy statements are there, bro. This is all, people could just really research all of this. It's, it's fucking public record to everybody. All his, businesses that have went bankrupt, all his ideas that have flopped. The only thing that's keeping him, in his wealth is his father's ideas, what he inherited from his father. His father's businesses is what makes him money, not his businesses, because his ideas always flop. So he's not a good businessman because he didn't build those businesses. Those were his father's ideas, his father's blueprints. Basically, the businesses run themselves, bro. Trump is just there collecting. But people get lost in the illusion. They just see his big ass airplanes and all this and that, and they figure, yeah, this guy knows what he's doing. Because look at his. You think if he didn't know what he was doing, he wouldn't have all that money. Not knowing the backstory on the person they're idolizing, right? And this is no hate, towards Trump or just because I dislike the individual, but these are just the simple facts of things. Hating if I was to be coming on here and making up shit about him or saying that if he becomes president, he's going to doom the country and he's you know what I mean? Nah, I'm not saying none of that either, right? But I'm just saying that he's not a smart businessman and his business have gone bankrupt because this is all facts. I'm not coming on here saying he's fucking gay and a lame, you know what I mean? I'm just saying that his business has flopped and just giving the facts of things. Now, people come with these what ifs and no, this and that, but bro, where's the proof to back it up, bro? Like, you're assuming, and assumptions are not facts. You know what I mean? But overall, ladies and gentlemen, my lecture's over. We got to get back to it. It was good chopping it up with you guys, and we out.